जो माँ
Hare Krishna devotees, welcome to the day 13th of Krishna Ratri series and happy Balram Jayanti to everyone. So it's my it's my privilege to introduce our speaker for today is His Grace Ashish Prashari Prabhuji. So Prabhuji comes from Varanasi, associated with ISKCON since 4 years and progressing slowly in devotional service of Lord Krishna. In this material world, he is an insignificant soul and is trying to fulfill his responsibilities by working in JP Morgan Chase as Vice President. Let's loudly chant for Prabhuji, Hari Bol, and Hari Bol. Um, Over to you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to talk about Lord Krishna. So, before we start, I would like to pay my obeisances to all the gurus and Krishna and all to the devotees in this program. I would try my best to deliver the story which I have kind of prepared. It's a very beautiful pastime of Krishna, and it's in continuation with what we heard yesterday on Kalya Daman. So before we start, let's pray. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravari Pacharine Vishesha Sarvavadi Paschatya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I would request every participant to mute so that all can hear properly. Let me share my screen. So, Hare Krishna, everyone. We are going to continue our uh, conversation and story on Krishna. And yesterday, as we heard about Kalia, today we are going to talk about how Parikshit Maharaj, while uh, while listening to Bhagavad Katha from Sukdev Goswami Maharaj, he had a question on why Kalia left his place, because where he was staying in Yamuna was not originally uh, uh, you know, a Naglok. Why he left his place and why he was residing into this place where he was not appropriate as a resident of uh, that particular location in Yamuna. So Sukdev Goswami answered some pastime about what was happening and why Kalia was hiding in this place. So in a Nagaloka, Garuda, who is like himself, who is himself Krishna's extension, and he is the carrier, and he's like the Vahan of Krishna. He used to come and visit Nagaloka and eat some serpents. Like we all know, Garuda likes to eat snakes, so he used to visit very frequently and eat serpents in the Naglok. So all these Nagwasis, Nagas, were very much, worried about, how it is happening, and every day there is something happening, and Garuda enjoys eating us. So they requested Garuda uh, to have some system to it, and we can offer you some snakes on half moon day once. Every I think 15 days we'll have one half moon, or maybe 1 month. So we'll offer you some snakes and you can eat, and you stop coming to us every day so that we can live peacefully. Garuda agreed to it, that okay, I am okay to have, and he was very satisfied with that. Vasuki was the king of uh, all the Nagas, and he could strike a deal with Garuda. So this Kalia was also very venomous and very, leading snake in the Nagloka. He felt, this is not justice. He felt that he is more powerful and he can, he wanted to stop this practice for Garuda of offering snakes. So he started to go and enjoy himself eat those snakes because snakes eat snakes. Venomous snakes can eat other small snakes. So he started to eat those snakes. So Garuda got very angry with Kalia. And he said, okay, let me have, let me come to you. And he came and fought with Kalia. Kalia could not sustain. And then he started to run and, ask for protection. He knew that there is a place in Yamuna where Garuda was cursed not to come, and he can go and hide in that particular area. So Garuda actually, beaten down Kalia very much, and he was not able to fight. So he had to go and he took shelter. So there was a story again for for that location where Rishi used to. Just a moment. So there was a great Muni, Sabari Muni, who used to worship Krishna and meditate in that area, and he was very kind to all the fishes. And Garuda, as like in Naglok, he used to also go and eat fishes from that pond. So Samburi Muni never used to like it, so he asked him that you should not be coming here. With all my punya and all my devotion which I have done, I curse you that if you come here, you cannot come here. So Garuda, actually being an extension of Krishna, did not was not required to follow any orders. But since he was a sage, he said, okay, fine, I will just take one fish, large fish, and go. So he took one fish and left that place. So this place was very good for Kalia to hide. Garuda could not come that place, and he could, he could stay there for protected from Garuda. So this is in nutshell is the story around background of why Kalia was hiding in Yamuna. That was definitely not a place where a snake and that kind of a snake should be residing. Yamuna is a sweet water river where Lord is having pastime and all animals used to stay. But because of Kalia, it was all very venomous and inhabitable for any of the living beings in that area. So yesterday we heard Krishna actually, offered that kind of, I think, mercy. So Krishna offered mercy by dancing on the head of Kalia. And just to add, why Krishna actually, I mean, he could have just thrown him away of that place, asked him, or fought in a different way. Why did he dance on the fins of Kalia? So there is another, some Guru Maharaj and some sages have explained. So when Krishna danced over the fins of Kalia, actually that left a footprint. So that is a permanent protection of Kalia from Garuda. So you will see that Krishna actually beat him out, and it was it must be very painful for Kalia to have that kind of dance and fight with Krishna. But actually Krishna was very merciful to offer a permanent protection from Garuda, because when you have footprint on your head of the master, your subordinates or your devotees will not ever come and harm you. So Kalia is protected from Garuda for eternity. He can go anywhere. Garuda will never ever come and trouble Kalia. So this was the basic intent of Krishna dancing over Kalia Nag, to also give him more opportunity to go and explore other areas and not just trouble his gopas and cows herds and everybody Krishna used to love. So this was the story around the background of Kalia. And now it is said, there were some allies of Kalia who were not very happy or could not understand this Leela. and they were all venomous snake. So they decided, or they actually spit some some poison, which resulted in a very wild fire in this in the jungle, where all these cow herds and cows used to explore, and they go for uh, everyday grass gazing. So we'll move to fire story. So it says, like, Krishna actually swallowed the fire, or it extinguished the fire, which is basically whether he blew the air out to extinguish the fire, or he swallowed the fire inside. So he's Krishna. I mean, we can explain it. There are several sages and gurus have provided, but what actually happened, them to decide. But if you have to see, Krishna can do anything without actually doing anything. So he just need to think. इच्छा मात्र से काम होता है. So Bhagwan Krishna is not dependent on doing or acting something. So when we say swallowing of forest fire or extinguishing forest fire, it's Krishna Kripa on saving cow herds, cows, and who were stuck in that forest. So at the time when Kalia was defeated and he was asked to leave, so all cowherds and friends, Gopas, were very tired. So they decided to sleep right at the bank of river Yamuna that day. So it was evening, so they were just sleeping. While sleeping, they felt the warmth of fire. So they were not able to understand what is happening. When they woke up, they saw that, there's a wildfire happening. So they started to shout for Krishna that, oh Krishna, please save us. Because they always believed that Krishna, they loved Krishna, and they felt that Krishna is definitely, if not a god, but definitely he's a Devta. He's one of the very, big Devta who can protect us. Their love for Krishna was so much that they never realized that there is a lot of difference between a normal cowherd versus Krishna. They always felt Krishna as uh, as their own self. How, I mean, I don't think, how I am, my Krishna is also the same way, and there is no differentiation. So that was always the contention, but they always depended on Krishna, because also it said that they felt Krishna is very pious, he is very close to God, and because Krishna asks, God to protect, God keeps coming and protect him from Putna and from other demons, and any kind of problems. God will definitely come and help Krishna. If Krishna says, God will do it. So they were basically having all the cows, and moving back to the story on forest fire. So cows were basically grazing, and in the to look for more better, greener and better grasses, they started to walk around and got into like uh, a very deep forest, and those forests were full of bamboos and sharp things. So they were just inside that forest, and suddenly that forest fire broke up. And then because of the heat, those cows started to cry and call Krishna and Gopas for help. So when they started to cry for that, these Gopas also got woke up, and they started to see, okay, we slept too much, I think, and we lost our cows. Where are they? And they started to look for their cows. So when they started to look for their cows, they were nothing. They could not see anything. So they started to look for pug marks and footprints, and some traces of how to track those cows. So when they started to see broken grass and trees and twigs, and then they started to follow. When they started to follow, they went into that forest, and then they saw like a big fire, and all cows were really crying very hard and calling Krishna for help. So when they were calling cows for help, uh, Krishna for help, Krishna also responded, and he quickly came in, and he asked everybody to close their eyes, and everybody followed him. You have to believe in Krishna, so that believe in that kind of deadly fire, everybody followed Krishna by closing and shutting their eyes. Otherwise, in this kind of situation where you are having fire, and there is a lot of heat and there is a lot of chaos, uh, your belief in God, gets sometimes, you will not close your eyes. You will try to protect yourself. But as Krishna said, close your eyes. They all immediately close their eyes with have full belief in Krishna. That okay, Krishna is asking us, and definitely he will protect us. So that was the firm belief, and Krishna reciprocated with all their beliefs by, swallowing the forest fire in a blink of an eye. You can say it's not even a second. He just and not only the fire was extinguished, but as soon as they opened their eyes, they were all in the same location where they were. Uh, I think Bhandi tree it used to call. So Bhandir place, they were also brought back to the original place where they were enjoying and having their pastime. So, and then once that happened, they came back home, and everybody, welcomed them, Radharani, all the gopis, and all sages and demigods were praising Krishna on, whatever his leela and pastime. They were all very amazed to see Krishna doing, and Lord Krishna actually saved all the cows, cowherds, and trees from fire. So this is a very beautiful pastime of Krishna, and I'm open to have any questions. Although in my capacity, what questions I can answer, I will try to answer. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna devotees. If anybody has quick questions, maybe one or two at the maximum, just to keep the time by 9 o'clock, we would like to close. Yeah, if anybody wants to unmute and ask a question, please go ahead. Please go ahead. Anyone have any questions or anything that they would like to share with all of us? I think there were wonderful points mentioned by Prabhuji. Yes. Okay. Okay. I think everybody's understood what Prabhuji has mentioned here. Anybody have any questions? Let me know.
क्या बोला बेटा छोटा
Okay.
Okay, so if no questions, I think Prabhuji, let's conclude this session with one, Hare Krishna Mahamantra recitation, and then we can close this session. Thank you. Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Ram
Rama,
Ram.
Hare Hare.
Thank you, Ashish Prasari Prabhuji, for the wonderful narration. And I think one very good point I take back from our katha today is how if we surrender to Krishna, he's able to bring us out of any miseries and all miseries. So I think the Gopa boys are constantly teaching us how to interact with Krishna and believe in him and trust in him. And yes, like Arjuna did, surrendered in Bhagavad Gita, and Krishna immediately takes care of the devotees. I think in the Katha you showed how the same thing was proven once again, right? That's a wonderful point, Prabhuji, that I will take back from our Katha today. Thank you very much. I request all devotees to loudly chant one Hare Krishna Mahamantra for Ashish Prabhu, and let's pray for his spiritual progress and for sharing this wonderful Katha. Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
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 Ram, Hare
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 Ram,
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Hare.
Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Wonderful.
Hare Krishna.
I also would like to wish once again all the devotees a very great an auspicious Balram Jayanti on this Raksha Bandhan Day, Rakhi Purnami. And we will see you all in tomorrow's Krishna Ratri Katha for day 14 Katha. And the link for the quiz, for today's quiz, I'll be posting in the Krishna Ratri series WhatsApp group. So do keep a watch on the WhatsApp group. As soon as you get it, yeah, you can fill it, and let's be excited about getting Krishna's kripa once we answer these questions. Okay, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Have a good Krishna Mai Ratri to everybody. Hare Krishna.